ready?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the female reproductive system, she's facing that way because the anus is over here. The anus, rectum, kind of colon, large intestine. The anus for digestive system, solid waste. And this is the vagina, and this is the uterus. Looks like a U on its side for uterus. Okay, and this is for reproductive system, and this is the urethra. So this is the external urethral orifice right here. This is the urethra, and this is the urinary bladder. Okay, so those are the three holes. Now, on the outside, the woman on each side has two labia. Labium minor, because it's small, that's the one that doesn't have hair, and the labia major, which does have hair. So you don't have to say majus and minor, just say major and minor, it's fine. Labium is singular, labia, L-A-B-I-A, is plural. Either one you give me, I'm really okay with. Okay? This thing that looks like a boomerang, that's a clitoris, or just think of it as a backwards C. That's the erectile tissue that's equal or analogous to the penis. Now here's the pubic symphysis, urinary bladder. So at some point, you would have had the ureter come down here from the kidney, come to the urinary bladder, urethra, and out for the urine. For here, you have, this looks like a testis, but that's because the testis and the ovary came from the same structure eventually. So this is the ovary. These little things are called fimbriae. They look like fingers. So basically what they do is as the ovary is ready to release the egg, the fimbriae kind of go across it and kind of help it out a little bit more. So once that happens, the egg travels through the fallopian tube. Sometimes they call it the uterine tube or oviduct. Just call it fallopian tube. When a woman has a tubal ligation, this is what's cut right here, the fallopian tube. Okay? And then this goes into the uterus. And this is the uterus again, it's a U on its side. The uterus, the neck of the uterus is called the cervix. So when a woman goes to an OBGYN, they take a long Q-tip and they basically get some cells from here, very gentle, and then they grow them on a petri dish for cervical cancer. Okay? Now, you need to know the layers in the uterus. Metra, M-E-T-R, means mother. So the inner layer, this white line, is endometrium. The middle layer is made of smooth muscle, that's myometrium. And this outer layer is called perimetrium, not epimetrium, perimetrium. Okay? And the endometrium is the one where the baby is going to implant into. Okay? Don't go anywhere. No? This is the real anatomy. A little hard to see. This is the clitoris, labia minor, labia major. This is the vagina, and this is the uterus. This is the urethra. This is the urinary bladder. The uterus sits on top of the urinary bladder. Okay? That's the ovary. The fimbriae is kind of hard to see, and then the fallopian tube is just kind of coming down there. Anus is on this side, so the person's facing that way. So this is labia major, labia minor, and this is the uterus, U, sitting on its side. This is the vagina, urinary bladder, but when you take the cut, oh, this is good. Fallopian tube, fimbriae, ovary. And when you take that off, now you can see endometrium, myometrium, perimetrium, uterus, cervix, vagina, urethra, external urethral orifice, labia minor, labia major, urinary bladder, fallopian tube, fimbriae, ovary would be right there.